Welcome back to another game of X-Wing here on the X-Wing SHG channel. My name is Daniel, aka Scumdan, and with me today from Nickel City X-Wing we have Greg. Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's always lots of fun with you. And one day we will get together again on your stream, but usually your times, man, the time difference.
Yeah, it's killing me every time. I'm like, hey Dan, what you doing at this time? And he's like, I don't know, sleeping like a normal human being.
Yeah. Usually I would be fine with like commentating to like 12 a.m. something like that. But at the moment, like I have to be at school like at 7:30 a.m. like every day. It's like totally killing me. So I need my sleep.
Oh yeah, see, I'm not in school anymore because I'm old.
Yeah,
I don't go to school.
I'm old as well, but I'm a teacher.
Yeah, but like, have you considered saying that, I don't know, maybe kids aren't worth it? Because I pay, I don't know if you guys have these, but I have a school tax that I have to pay every year for like $2,500. And I've never met a kid that's worth $2,500 worth of tax.
Yeah. Oh, kids, they're the worst.
And I'm back.
Hello, and we welcome back Set Toaster, my buddy Matze here from Germany. And we will have the coach of Team South Africa with us in commentary pretty soon as well. So we have full house today. So Kevin asked me if it's okay to have one of the coaches because Kevin Pedersen, he's the team captain of Team South Africa. And when it comes to any like misunderstanding or like technicalities regarding the rules or anything like that, the first thing that the players should do is getting their team captains involved and when they're playing themselves. So like we have the team coach coming in pretty soon-ish, I guess.
Cool. Also, speaking of rules, did you see the AMG drops yesterday on the rules? Did anything stand out to you?
I think Hera was quite weird for me because I think it should be ruled otherwise, and a lot of our players from the German community and judges and stuff think that as well. But well, it is what it is. So at least we have a ruling now, which is I think is good. And one thing still was not like mentioned, the Kira thing. If you can shoot if you have like a lock on an obstacle. I think that was one of the questions that are still not clarified. So
what do you mean?
And as we're speaking, first of all, let's welcome Lee Carling. Hello.
Yeah, what up?
We have
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
the coach from Team South Africa. We're doing. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Doing really well. Thanks for having me.
So, what is the score for South Africa in the first two rounds that you had?
So, the very first round, we very narrowly lost against Iceland, 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
We were leading 3-0, and then Iceland had a really good fight back and won the last 4 games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was really unfortunate. And then we won narrowly against Scotland 4-3. So we are 1-1 at the moment.
Okay, so still all the chances to go into the next round of the XTC.
Yeah, exactly. So we're still in there. Now we just need to take care of you guys, and then we're in for in with a shout.
Yeah.
And for Team Germany, how's it been going? You lost a couple of your first games, but then it's been pretty smooth sailing since then, eh?
Yeah, we have won the first 2 rounds. The first one was against, oh my god, Lithuania. Yeah, the Latvia team. That was a close one as well, 4-3. And the second one was against Ukraine. That was a little bit clearer. That was a 5-2. And now at the moment, I am not sure how many games did Germany have before. I'm actually Not sure. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Okay, I get to take a look at the challenge. Usually they're quite up to date with the scoring. There we go. Germany has 2 wins at the moment.
Did you see this? Did you just saw that? Catch placed the obstacles in a way that Kevin was unable to place the gas cloud he just placed, gas cloud number 5, between debris field number 5 and gas cloud number 4 in the bottom,
Cheeky.
which is a huge advantage for Han, because there is a big lane there and forces Kevin to deploy at the top now, which I think he didn't want to do. So already the first upset of the game, or decision point of the game here.
Yeah, it's usually these turn 0 things that make out like a really, really good player like Thomas is. Usually I just place them anywhere. If I know I'm going against a swarm, I try to create a diagonal line to have a space be behind this line, this side of the board or the other side of the board. But yeah, those are the things that the really, really good players can do. So like I said, yeah, Germany has 2 wins, and I think this is the 3rd game of the round. I know there are 2 more on Friday, 1 more tomorrow, which is streamed by Arnie Nielsen, I think.
Okay, now, yeah.
Yeah, and Peru is also 2-0. And this,
Yeah, they've got 11 individual wins, eh? They're looking pretty good.
They're at first place in Team B right now at the moment, which I think is really great because Peru was one of the teams that probably all of us European players couldn't make out. Okay, are they any good? We don't know. Usually most of the players, especially the whole South American X-Wing scene, they're a big question mark, and it seems like they have some really, really good players in their ranks.
Yeah, it would seem like it, eh?
So I'm gonna take a look at the list again. So Thomas is at 198 points and Kevin is at 194. So he wants to, so Thomas has the initiative. Going to mark that on the overlay.
Kevin's Anakin is moving after both Wedge and Han. And I don't know if you noticed the build on Anakin. It's the auto crit build, or unblockable crits build.
Yeah.
With auto blasters, marksmanship, and R7A7. So this means if you are not in the defender's front arc, no matter where their firing arcs are facing, if you're not in the front arc, your crits cannot be cancelled. And then, with auto blasters again, if you have them in bullseye, you roll 1 additional die, going from 2 base die to 3. Also, you will apply the range 1 bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you still have them in bullseye, you can, with marksmanship, turn 1 hit to a crit and then spend an R7A7 charge, which you have 3 of, to turn a hit into another crit. So you can go from, if you have them bullseye, you basically have 2 more or less guaranteed crits, which cannot be cancelled by green dice. And if that goes into Wedge or Jake, it's bye-bye.
And auto crit Anakin is so good.
Yeah, I hate Republic. I had a lot of bad experience with Jedi, and but I really like the ETA. It's a really, really cool ship. I like the ability, these system phase maneuvers. is really, really cool. So I'll just let the players know that they can start.
The clock has already started. It's at 1:14:40 now.
There we go. That is start of the game. Okay.
Yeah, Daniel, has it your aversion to Republic anything to do with me being a Republic player and playing against you a lot of the time?
A little bit, but my hatred came from the Dresden hyperspace trial. Oh, that was I played Guri Fen. Went 5-0 on day 1 in Swiss, and in the first round of the cut, I had to play against Anakin. I think it was.
Fellas,
Mace.
we have a situation.
What happened?
Oh, did Jake already move? All right, we don't have a situation. My bad.
Alert!
I saw Jake there, and I saw the too hard left, and I'm like, oh no! But he had already gone.
Oh, okay.
That would have been terrible.
No, he went too hard left and then barrel rolled to our right side, so back to catch his side of the board.
And that situation I promised is cancel Fun Walk, everybody. Cancel Fun Walk.
What is it with you and Fun Walk, Greg?
I don't know. He's a great guy. I have no idea what's going on there.
Okay, both players moving really fast through turns. Already movement in turn 2. So both know what they want to do. Kevin creating some space between his arcs here, probably to have a larger coverage.
The thing with the arcs is here, medium base. I mean, their dial is absolutely fine, I think, in my opinion. I think it's an okay dial. But the space is, the obstacle field here is quite dense. And I guess Thomas is going to, make a favor on his side out of that. I'm interested to see if at one point in the game Kevin has to split up his arcs maybe and try to catch maybe Wedge or Jake in a bad spot.
So what do you think the win conditions are here? I mean, for catch, it's quite obviously kill Anakin, or at least make him run away for enough of the time. Yeah,
bully him away, and maybe then try to get some shots on the arcs, get half points there, or even kill one. I think. I mean, the arcs, they have quite some offensive power. If you keep them together and try to get like 3 shots on one of Thomas's ships, and Anakin can just dance around. I mean, the big points here are, of course, Han Solo with almost 100 points. But like I said before, I've seen Thomas play that list so many times, and he's so good at keeping Han at distance, only getting 1 or maybe like 2 shots in range 3 obstructed. Like Thomas is always in range 1 of an obstacle with Han, always. Like I've seen like maybe in 6 to 7 games, maybe there are like 2 or 3 rounds where Han was not like in range 1 of an obstacle. Also aligning these trick shots a lot of the times, is really good at that as well. I'm really interested to see what Kevin is going to do here. I mean, he has quite some space here from our point of view, top right side of the board. So he might try to go down there with the arcs. But after that, it's going to be difficult. He has to go probably through the obstacle field at some point in the game.
I think if they are chasing each other around the board edge, Kevin has the problem of the quite chunky arcs.
Mm-hmm.
And if one gets like caught out, and half, or nearly half, he has to engage at this point, where otherwise he would be up on final salvo dice if
Yeah.
2 points are scored.
And here's another thing too. This is not a stealth device or R2 A6 Anakin, so he's not changing his dial, and he doesn't get that extra die. We have a wedge on the board. You might be so worried about Han Solo and his rerolls with trick shot and all that you forget wedge is here, and that's gonna bring your shot, your die down to 2. That's like the whole game to me, is keeping Anakin out of getting shot by wedge.
Yeah.
Also a fair point, yeah.
Yeah, wedge is absolutely dangerous here for Anakin.
I think Anakin's primary job will be to not get shot by Han or Wedge for at least the first 2/3 of this game. Otherwise, he will consider having failed. He'll have to trade at least Wedge and something for a couple of those arcs and get Anakin to the last third of the game with enough damage dealt on the other side. Otherwise, he's going to be in real trouble.
Okay, very aggressive from Ketch here, Thomas.
And I think Ketch knows exactly what we're talking about, and he's planning to try and starting getting shots on Anakin as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And Wedge slowly creeping up from the middle of the board, falling in Han's trail.
And since Han has Kanan, he can 2 hard next turn and still get rid of that stress.
Yeah.
And barely out.
That was close.
It's way closer than you want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he wasn't expecting to be blocked here. What's the maneuver he dialed? To bank left. Was like...
I mean, now's a perfect turn for the arcs, right?
Yeah. You can at least cut off Jake to support Han here and make Wedge not slip through the debris field here, but go the way around, and then you might catch him on the inside track.
Greg, you mean like the arcs just doing like a 4K, turning around absolutely
hard to the bottom.
Oh yeah, 2 hard. They can turn hard 2 hard in and get like 3 turns out of it before they have to deal with the obstacles.
Yeah, but what do you think about? I mean, Han only has, I guess, one way. Is he going down, like to the left side?
He's going up.
So he's going up. Yeah, I would think that as well.
If you're now K-turning the arcs, Han still has the option to go back into the debris field on the next turn and maybe get 1 or 2 shots the round afterwards at range 3 through obstacles, and then return to the bottom, and you're chasing a Han, having Jake in your sight. I don't know if it's that good.
I mean, if you can get like that many shots on Han, probably it's too difficult. I mean, it's quite a narrow gap between the debris and the gas cloud. But I mean, Han can just ignore the debris, just go over it and get rid of the stress with Kanan.
The power of Kanan.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it in the last sprint game from Thomas, where he just went over an obstacle and didn't even care. Flip the force. Okay, going somewhere in between with some banks. Maybe trying to catch Jake here if he goes like the 1 or 2 hard to the top of the board.
I think he's trying to create just a little bit more space there on the top right hand, so that he doesn't have to climb into those asteroids immediately on the next turn or in the engagement.
I like that turn. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I did not see that.
So Lee, you are the team coach of Team South Africa. Are you also being a sub if one of the players cannot play their game in a week?
No, we have two separate subs. I'm more sort of just doing, helping them out with some of the analysis of other players and things like that. I couldn't really commit to 10 weeks of constant play due to family and work and things. So just helping them out on some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And coming onto stream and talking trash about them.
Awesome.
I mean, it's not only 10 games in 10 weeks, it's also a lot of preparation and test games.
Exactly.
Everything. So it's a lot more time investments than people might think.
Oh yeah, you have to be really dedicated if you're a player in the XTC. Absolutely.
Are you okay with letting Han behind for a nice like front engagement with 12 red dice coming in on either Jake or Wedge next turn?
I mean, you still have the back arcs of the arcs, and and might get some damage when Jake inevitably runs away here. But you got a nice set a nice trap for Jake. And which forces Thomas's hand a bit. With now barrel rolling a wedge into it, so he can 3-bank on the next turn. No shots probably. Yeah, no shots.
I mean, Thomas already is building up some pressure here.
I mean, the pressure on Jake for the next round here is immense.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he gets like bumped or caught off in a bad spot, which is easy to create for the arcs right here. I mean, you just run forward. This guy goes here.
I would not want to be Jake right now, to be very honest with you.
So you have to decide now.
I mean, you have to decide if you do the 3 hard to the left.
Yeah.
In case all the arcs move 1 forward, then you might be able to boost and barrel roll out of the way, or get maybe shot by one of the arcs. Or if you 1 hard back into the cloud, try to duck behind the cloud and sit it out with 3 shots coming in. It's a really tough decision.
Yeah, I think one hard left and a barrel roll left and then a boost will give him a focus and set down that gas cloud, and that he should be pretty safe there, I think.
And
I think I'm hard turning the arcs in next turn if I'm on that side, like, because I would much rather the shot against Wedge if Wedge comes in than Jake. Jake doesn't bother me. Jake's a mosquito right now, you know.
Yeah, especially with the large, basically huge HP pool of the arcs.
I'm not sure you need to hard turn in to get Wedge.
Probably one
banks would do it.
In there.
Might see a 1 bank from green and then a slightly harder bank from the reds to bring them in a little bit closer. Or you might start spreading the orcs, different maneuvers on the orcs. Spreading the orcs of the orcs, if you want to call it like that.
I mean, yeah, if you 1 bank everything, you still have the 5 straight from Jake covered. And you have nice shots on the 3 bank to pilot right from Wedge. But you still have the problem of Han probably now 3 prostrating behind you, ditching the stress again with Kanan and being in range 1 of an obstacle, and just laying into one of your arcs with 3 to 4 dice.
Yeah, I mean the hard one to the left and try to get behind that gas cloud is probably the safest maneuver for Jake here.
Yeah, and then he can. But if you do like the 3 bank to the right, it gets caught out by the 1 straight of the arcs. But if they bank,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, they 3 bank even, okay. committing hard into wedge here. At least with green. One pink. Okay. So you're covering the one hard barrel boost from Jake. Presenting a unified front. Now if Jake 3 banks to the left, he is also in the side and behind the arcs. But he went one hard.
Yeah. I mean, the
So
3 bank to the
scary
right
future.
would have been an option as well.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, I like wedge. Did wedge too hard left is the question I'm asking myself right now.
Yeah. Jake,
There is
probably
a-
fine.
he might get one unobstructed shot
From red arc, yeah.
from red arc, yeah. The others are obstructed by the cloud here.
Oh,
Ooh, wedge aggressive
Wedge
here. Ooh.
wedgie.
All 3 of the arcs. Red
He
might
chooses violence.
He definitely
Barrel roll left.
He's got his wings open.
Yeah. So he can't boost, but he wouldn't want to boost in this situation anyway.
Yeah, could do that.
What's the range on Kanan? 0 to 2, so you can cover that next turn. If you wanted to barrel roll left now, then move in with Han and go with over the debris cloud with Wedge, and then just remove his stress afterwards with Kanan. But he chooses violence to lay into an arc, and Anakin bravely runs away again. Which is to be expected at this point of the game.
Yeah, right now in this first engagement, it's not important that Anakin shoots. It's important that he doesn't get shot.
Yeah.
Which is why he chooses to barrel roll outwards and not use this opportunity to get like an early lock on Han.
So, wedge into green. He does not have any dice now for defense because of wedge ability.
I would have been tempted to shoot with Han first because of possible crits, which are probably easier to get through with Wedge. But I mean, it's such a minute detail.
I mean, he has nothing to modify his dice for getting crits, so relying on the rolls anyway.
Yeah, but you're getting deeper into the shields first. With
Target lock instead of the Han reroll. That is confusing.
I mean,
So he's using it now.
Still use the Han reroll, which he will probably do.
You can do that?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a reroll. It's-
Wow. Did I not know that that was a thing?
If you look at the Han card, it says after you roll dice. I mean, he did roll dice. If you are at range 0 to 1 of an obstacle, which he is to the gas cloud, you may reroll all of your dice. This does not count as rerolling for the purpose of other effects.
Yeah, I knew you could like spend the lock and do the Han reroll. I thought the Han reroll had to come first before you spent the lock.
It's
But I guess no.
any order. You may modify in any order. Oh, it's nice. Wedge out of Red's arc. So at
Anyway.
least taking a bit of fire here.
Oof.
The arc down to 4. That's 1 into. Jake.
2 into hull, so 4 left.
4 left, yes, which is 1 roundable by catches list. Now we see the shots coming into Wedge. 3 against 2. And Jake's 1.
Yeah. So far, that is okay. There's
I
one
mean, that's
more shot
like
coming
the
in.
outcome here, this shot. Modification on both sides means probably like 1 damage. Oh,
Oh, not a good roll.
and
And Wedge absolutely fine.
What a great pilot, that wedge.
Yeah, I mean, he is the ace. He is the Republic ace.
The Rebel Ace.
The Rebel ace, of course. I mean, Wedge and Republic would be insane. Give him some force points to boot, and you're
Wow.
fine. and then you're probably paying like 120 points.
Yeah, I'm still sad that Corin Horn does not have force, like he should have.
Yeah, but he's not seeing play at his current points, so put some force on him, and he's seeing even less play.
My buddy Reineke, Sebastian, he has a really nice list at the moment with Han, Ahsoka, and Corin Horn, which is really, really cool. He has a blog. He's writing a lot of stuff in English about his games. Do I have a link to his blog? Let me check. I'm gonna put that in chat because it's really great to read. Where I have it on my Discord. Wait a second. There we go. Where's the one about Corin? There we go. This is one. This is a really good read. You should totally check that out. Gonna put the link in the chat.
Here we have a nice discussion in the chat here. Which comes to the conclusion that you cannot use the target lock because target lock is re-rolling and not rolling, which of course is correct in the eyes of Dooku, which says if you for your roll dice you cannot modify reroll of dice with Dooku, but you have to modify the original roll. I will figure that out. That's why we are like 4 people here.
I don't know.
Is the chat saying that you can't do the reroll first and then the on roll?
Yeah, that is correct, and I will figure it out.
So it's not correct that you spend the target lock first and then do the Han reroll. Did I understand that right?
Well, that's what chat's saying. I mean, we don't know. Like, no offense to Kempers. I believe he knows what he's talking about. I just don't.
I am at the moment checking the rules reference for it.
I say I've never seen it done this way. I've only ever seen it done the Han reroll first and then reroll.
Yeah, always seen it to do the Han reroll first. Me as well.
On page.
Well, here's my thing. Like, does the roll cover the whole rolling step? Because then you could modify and roll. Okay.
Please hear me out. On page 31 of the rules reference FAQ, it says, can Han Solo pilot modified YT-1300's ability be used on a die that has been rerolled? Which was the case here. Yes. Answer, yes. Han Solo's ability is not treated as a reroll, so it can be used on a rerolled dice. So it is possible no matter which way.
Okay.
That's why you just quickly check the rules reference and get rid of 10 hours of discussion. Everybody has another opinion.
Anyway, AMG, we are all available for your rules committee. We've clearly demonstrated supreme knowledge of all the rules, so...
And we know how to read.
We have shown that we can do the very basics of reading the rules reference you have already written for us.
Yeah.
Okay. When did Jake lose the shield?
Red.
Ah, okay.
To Jake.
Okay, totally missed that. So now we have Green Arc losing 3 shields, 4 hull left. Jake 1 shield gone, the rest untouched so far. Oh no, Wedge 1 shield gone. I have that as well. Okay, so overlay should be correct.
It seems like this, yes. I am very interesting to see if Thomas opted to just crash into yellow here or accept the block to get less shots. And a very nice move of green, getting him into relative safety, still making use of his guns, just sticking out the edges.
Barrel roll.
Maybe trying to block
Barrel roll.
wedge here.
No, you don't block wedge that way.
I mean, the wedge 4K is in play. With barrel rolling back and having wedge 4K right in front of you be.
That's not going to make it. That's going to block the. That'll block the wedge
What is
4K.
blocking it? Yeah. He could have
Well, the block is
barreled
still
to the
good.
back.
I think he did choose that.
He chose no right straight. So right and middle to block the 4K.
So he's really hoping for the wedge 4K so that he can shoot him with red, I see.
And green. I mean,
And
green,
green.
it's just 2 dice base, but it's still a nice move. Okay, let's see if he can make it work here. And he can. Shoot that. Focus over to wedge. Because he will need it.
Yeah, probably.
And Jake, as you said, the game is not about Jake. It's nice if you get some damage on Jake.
Because wedge was going for the 4 straight.
Yeah.
Got blocked now. So 1 2-die shot from the gas cloud coming into wedge,
Hahn
and
in-
1 with a target lock modified in range 1, probably.
And Hahn having to boost to not turn his arc.
Yeah.
Now faces also the back arc shot of yellow. So I think this flying around goes to the public, at least what positioning is concerned.
Yeah, and Han,
and it
for
can
one of
still
the
stay.
not many times, not in range 1 of an obstacle here.
And also next turn. Yeah, next turn he will be again. With the gas cloud below green arc.
Well, he can too hard and boost and probably.
Yeah, He can get there. So is he trying to kill green arc? Or at
think you
least
do.
make him
I think you
one-shottable?
try and put it into green, right?
Yeah, he can put it into green in range 2 or put it into red. Okay, that's interesting. It's
That's
neither the
interesting.
range 1 shot nor the already damaged arc.
That's a choice.
Also does not have a focus. Maybe you're trying to force
There it
Oh,
is.
spend the
okay.
focus.
He mispinged.
Ah, okay. So it's green. Okay, yeah. It's the more
it's
obvious choice here.
And 2 is fine.
Yeah.
2 is more than you can expect here without spending the force. You have the forces back up if you need it. You put 2 into him and take him down to 2, which means probably every shot from Wedge or Hahn will kill him now. Which is a nice initiative kill, gets a gun off the board.
Not before Wedge is gonna take a couple of bangers.
That is
Oh, yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taking 4 here, and probably 2 from the arc. And
Yeah, I think I
it's
would have shot with
even
green first
obstructed.
just to see if I could strip that focus before taking the shot. I
Yeah.
guess- Ooh.
Whoa.
As a target
That's
lock.
4 paint. But no focus. And
Just 2. Yeah, wedge probably might be fine here.
obviously the wrong choice, and takes 1.
Takes 1. Yeah.
I mean, no matter which way you choose, if you have a single mod, you always get shanked on the dice.
Yeah.
We all know how it is.
Wrong.
Yellow get in the back into Hahn. 3 against 1. Even a couple of damages here. Rolls 1, no mods.
Han reroll not working this time, so taking the shield, which is fine. Han still has a
you are
lot.
fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Could have been much worse.
Through obstructed range 2 into wedge probably.
It
A
should
little
be
surprised.
Oh, he's going into hand.
Yeah, more of a chance to do damage here.
I mean, 2v3.
I think I kind of disagree with the shot because 1 damage on wedge is half points.
Yeah, but it's 2 dice, unmodified against a cloud, 3 dice and a focus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're not wrong.
You're mathematically not doing damage. I mean, he could blank out, and you could
Well, talk to
roll
Sunterfell about math.
hit or whatever, but yeah.
Talk to Sunterfell about green dice math.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that Schulte exists in a realm where no math is applicable. He is just not of this world in both the positive and negative deviation from expected dice results.
Yeah, I mean, Fen Rao can do that as well. I've experienced that a couple of times. Damn Fen.
He's-
Still love
yes.
him.
So I think I should coach Kevin how to roll dice because he did a great. I think he got the upper hand of the maneuver there, but he didn't come away with much from it.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that that my roll better video isn't standard viewing for Team South Africa?
Not yet, but I think after this game. So do you guys reckon Kevin runs with green? Not as
No, he has
and
to
run.
keep the gun, he will 4K.
Yeah, 4K
Yes,
still
it-
might
it-
be an option to get shots. And I know what Han probably just doing like. What is Han doing? Because he's moving
Hard.
before Anakin does.
Anakin.
But the 2 hard
Yeah.
should fit, right? I think the
I think
2
a 2 hard fits. I think it does.
You think? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
usually
remember,
wrong with
part
that.
of
So the green is 4K. Yellow probably like 1 banking or something to and barrel rolling again to get in Wedge's way again. Red is interesting because he cannot. Can he too hard? He might be able to fit it too hard here. To go after Wedge and Anakin. Probably 3 banking, trying to stay in front of Han, because Han wants to shoot the sides and never turn his arc.
I'm not advocating for this, but do you think Wedge could Talon roll right here and fill in kind of that void?
I think he could, yeah. And I think this might not be the worst maneuver he could do.
But if I am correct in my assumption that Red will do it too hard here, you're staring down the barrel, range 1 into a modified arc shot with no mods yourself and no ability to dodge the dark. And also maybe taking the backside of yellow. I don't like it.
Yeah, might be right.
I mean, Wedge is down to 4, so he is 1 roundable easily. If you like get 2 or 3 good arc shots into him.
Yeah, and he's getting no support from Jake this turn, so I think it'd be awfully risky to have Wedge be engaging with no mods.
The 4K is a possibility because it separates you 1 more range gap. And also cannot be blocked in, I think, no, 2 bank and barrel right should not block the 4K, right?
What about just a too hard staying stressed?
Usually, Thomas is one who goes for violence. I mean, we have seen that with Wedge, the round before this one. So the 4K might be something that Thomas is considering and trying to get more shots into the arcs.
I mean, I think we can all agree that Wedge is doing his job at the moment. He's causing havoc in these arcs and taking all the shots. Han is taking almost no damage. Jake is surviving.
And with the amount of damage shots he took, just losing 2 shields is an awesome position here.
So I think I might also, if I was in the Kitch's position, I'd be tempted to keep Wedge in the fight and just keep these orcs engaged and see how much damage I can do before he goes down in the ball of fire, and then.
But you still wanted to pressure Anakin somehow.
That's true.
You don't want to trade him for 2 arcs or something. Why is there?
Anakin checking for sense just out.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to spend here, right?
No, I think you're pretty safe in knowing that Han is going to the right, either too hard or one bank bump.
I mean, you only want to spend if Yellow does a blue one over here.
I'd honestly put it on Wedge. I'd want to know Wedge more than Han right now.
You were correct.
So does Anakin spend another force to barrel roll and block this too hard?
I was also considering that.
No, he doesn't.
Interesting from Green.
Surprising.
Yeah, because he will probably not have a shot.
And Han could boost into a side arc shot with the range 1 obstacle.
And just kill off green arc here.
So yellow just wants a guaranteed shot. That's a good place to be to get one.
Yeah. Fitting nice there between the gas cloud and the debris.
Okay.
I just want to make sure to get the shots.
And threaten Jake.
Oh, he gets the crit.
Oh no.
Unfortunate. At least it's just a shield, but still unfortunate.
Could Wedge 3 hard and then afterburner.
Oh yeah, overdose in the chat. Tempting. So Jake does not want to stay there.
That's not going to get him out of Arc of Red, I think.
No, and I don't think.
I think so.
I don't think you can boost.
No, it's
red. No, that's definitely in red.
And you.
I don't think you can boost to the right here either.
No,
I think that's hard enough.
I think you just have to spell it out here.
Look at that.
Oh,
like I said.
Oh, Jake, what a boss.
Wow, what do I know? Absolutely nothing.
That was a really nice move.
I mean, the try is basically free here.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
And he gives Wedge. He gives the first what a piloting.
That is MVP play from Jake right there.
Oh yeah. It was absolutely nuts. Amazing.
Wow.
That was like IQ 300 play right now.
Absolutely. Now, does the boost from Han fit? I would again say no, but I've been proven wrong at literally every step of the way.
I think it does.
I'm not making any predictions anymore after that. I was convinced there's no way that would fit.
This boost should fit, yeah. I think so.
Oh, but nah, it probably does not fit because of the gas cloud. It would fit next to the arc, but because of the gas cloud, I think it would land on the gas cloud.
Actually, it fits.
So his arc is pointed still left and right. He just takes the target lock on red. Yeah. Not minding the one shot that might come in from green.
I think he's going to be relying on. Oh no, wedge is too far. All right, he's actually not in a bad spot, I don't think. Vegetable afterburner. Does the afterburner towards green? What a play!
Oh, and he even got the bullseye aligned for the crack shot, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah. The bullseye
That's
is in.
you, madman.
Ooh, Anakin.
Is Anakin in bullseye here?
Ooh.
Yes, he is.
No.
I think he is.
No, I don't think he is.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But again, I'm wrong all the time.
Okay, so the good thing is that just Anakin is barely out of Han's arc.
It is barely range 3.
Oh, good roll here.
Oh,
Compensated in dice results.
But
all right.
rolling hot. Rolling hot. So Wedge does not have bullseye on Anakin, but yeah, just wants to finish. But it's so tempting to shoot Anakin here, but he goes for it.
It's tempting,
Yeah.
but it's worth it. This is a guaranteed kill if you spend.
You don't need to because you have crack shot, so you don't need to spend the
right.
force. Does not need to spend crack shot as well, and green goes down.
And I don't know if Han is out of Green's arc or not, so you want to remove that gun before it gets too late into Han.
That is so close. Doesn't matter now.
So Jake,
All right.
having a shot on Anakin, range 3
Obstructed
behind the
range
cloud.
3. Never tell me the odds.
Oh, I can tell you the odds. The odds are that Anakin takes no damage.
So there's literally no combination of dice that doesn't lead to one evade here.
Yes.
Yeah, the best you can hope for from Thomas's side is that he has to spend.
A force, yeah, but does not need to.
But I mean, that's basically a miracle if he has to spend a force. Yeah.
So 42 points in the bank for Thomas here, killing that green arc 170. The red one, I guess he's going to continue shooting on Han. Or trying to get that wedge shot. I mean, Han is easier to get some damage, but he's still quite healthy, right? So yeah, might go for wedge. Yeah, he's doing that.
I have to put some damage into Wedge now, otherwise this game is going to run away from him.
And also, if you look at the chat, Wedge is range 2, so it's 2-on-2. And Han is range 3, so it's also 2-on-2. And if you take the same odds on the shots, just go into the target.
Yeah, and try to get the half points on wedge here. He has a... Yeah, okay, there's a good chance here now. Spend the focus for 2 hits.
For our viewers, that die just rolled out of the board and back into the stack of green dice, or the green dice generator. I don't know what it's called.
It's just a dice box.
I mean, it feels like Ketch has flown really well, and he has, but here's the thing. 1 arc for Wedge, not a bad trade.
Yeah.
If you can kill Wedge in any reasonable amount of order here, I think you're okay with it.
Absolutely. But now it's difficult, I guess. So what are the arcs going to do? Red is stressed. Might just do something like a 1 straight. Yeah, let's find out. I just want to mention the very cool dials that Kevin has in the colors of this South African flag here. Pretty cool.
Additionally, with the Republic logo on it. And
It looks like the First Order logo, though.
Let me check again. Yeah, it looks like it.
It looks like First Order. Oh, that's why Thomas is up on points. Wrong faction logo here on the dial.
Oh, I think he might have picked up. So one of our squad mates, or two of our squad mates, actually work together to make all these dials, and I think maybe Kevin has saved the wrong faction dials. I'm not certain.
So, do you start hunting Anakin now at this point? With Han and Wedge behind Anakin?
I think with Wedge, you start the hunt, but Han is just gonna keep moving around and take his opportunistic shots.
Yeah.
So I just don't see Anakin giving anything, especially with sense and the fact he's so close right now. I just don't see him being like, oh, I'll let Han get me an arc.
I might see him trying to block Han here with the system phase barrel roll.
I would definitely try to block Han. Oh, but the 4 straight.
The
Okay.
boost would fit.
He just looked at the dial with sense. Knows now that Han is doing the 4 straight. Considering his options now.
What I think Han's goal is here is to maybe get a bump on Anakin and leave him just tasty for Wedge.
But between sense and the preposition,
Kevin will really have to make a big mistake to let that happen. Yeah, the 5 straight dialed in, a boost to the right, to Anakin's right. Could set up a block nicely on Han and ride him past that debris field in the bottom right-hand corner.
As long as he doesn't have a 1 hard turned in, he can boost right. If he boosts right and then 1 hards, Han smashes into him, and I think he smashes into Han.
I'd be surprised if he has a 1 hard dialed in with Wedge so close on his heels. I mean, Wedge is just going to go 1 forward or 2 forward and be right on his heels. Right?
do the Rebel X-Wings also have the 3 straight blue? No, right? They only have 1 straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 and 2
about
straight banks.
You say blue here.
That's interesting.
Can get a lock on everyone. And chooses to take it on Han.
Han's 4 straight gets him into the arc of yellow.
But can boost out of range and still have a trick shot. Range 1 to an obstacle shot on red here.
Now gets better focus by Jake.
But he can't get a focus to Han, can he? No, to Wedge there. No, he can't.
No, Wedge is stressed and it's
Stressed, yeah.
a focus action. So giving 1 to himself and 1 to Han. Nicely getting out of the way of 1 2 straights by Wedge.
You probably want to stay there if you're Han.
Yeah, for the chance of Anakin doing a hard one, which might then bump into Han.
But what action are you gonna take?
Just take a
I
look.
would have even
No action.
after Bernard here, but
Mhm.
even it's not a bad idea either.
And after Bernard too.
Yeah, he's gone.
Anakin taking no risks here.
I mean, this is the thing. Anakin's done a great job of not taking shots, but he also hasn't been giving any shots.
Yep, if I remember correctly, he has not shot once.
He has not.
And nice obstructed shot into red here.
Taking the lock. And
Yeah, keep
spinning the
that.
force.
Simplified with that, yeah.
So, the crit goes through.
One in the shields and one crit. Which is... Damage
Sensor array.
You
He
cannot...
doesn't do much other than focusing anyway.
I could pop a sneaky barrel roll every now and again, but apart from that focus, he won't be too unhappy with that crit.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Could have been much worse. So 93 people watching again our live stream. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying our games so far. On reroll, still one, taking a shield. And still far from giving up half points here.
I believe Red's one away from giving up points as well.
They have 8 in total. So, no, they have 9 in total, but still, yeah. So, one more. You're right, and that's half points.
Now we are in the interesting position where Han moves in front of the arcs. There's probably no way around that. And Wedge, who is badly damaged, comes in from the side.
Han, I guess, is probably just doing a hard one. Not a hard one, straight one.
Yeah. Stay close to the obstacle, don't get blocked.
Yeah.
Give Jake time to catch up again.
Let's just remove that focus. I'm sure they'll see that just now. From on.
So yellow arc trailing behind. So now Jake can give a focus to Wedge, which he probably is going to do.
I hope they see that there's still a focus next to Han. It should not be there.
Yeah,
I think between Han and Wedge, they need to take Red out before Red gets to shoot, or this could be a devastating round on Han.
There we go.
Okay, so getting rid of the stress, taking it slow, not trying to go any further for a possible block. Oh, I like the 2 bank here. Maybe try to get a shot on Wedge. Trying to kill him. So only 20 minutes left in the game. When are we going to see some Anakin action?
So we're also getting into that part of the game where, regardless of whether Anakin is alive or not, he must still do damage on Han.
Yeah.
Like Anakin moving after Han means nothing if there's not enough time for him to get half points or on Han. Let me tell you, regardless of what the result of this game is, Ketch has played Jake absolutely masterfully.
Yeah.
I can't remember when last I've seen someone almost get Jake to proc twice every single time that he moves. It's really, really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, like I said before, we had Catch on stream a couple of times with that exact list, and he's playing this list absolutely, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. He was one of the hardest decisions we had to make for our pairings, and we were happy with the pairing only because most of the other guys didn't think they stood much of a chance against his list, and because he's such a good player. So Kevin had to sort of take one for the team a little bit, and so far we thought he was the one that stood sort of the best chance, even though not a great one.
Yeah, with the bit in favor of Kevin and having the I6 flying after Han and Wedge, probably the best chance out of all the lists that you had in the team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now Han going for red. It seems to be hit.
You have a force.
Yeah.
There's damage.
So hit crit, another crit coming in. You tell me what the crit is.
Stunned pilot.
Okay.
Also a non-existing crit, more or less, in this position.
I think it's not a great shot, but you have to try with Wedge here to get him off the board.
Absolutely.
You need to deal 3 damage here.
You need 3 damage, and I don't know. You need crits.
Oh wow. So
only one. Is it through an obstacle? Oh, it's obstructed. That's why.
yeah. So with the gas cloud,
I just take 2 and save your focus for your banger on Han.
I think that's what he's going to do.
he needs to. Yeah, takes them both. Keeping his focus. Oh, but Jake now can finish off red.
Oh, look at Jake being MVP again.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can pull it out of the bag.
Oh, Jake. If Jake does this. Jake the Manimal.
Jake is an absolute killer at this game.
Who thought in a list that included Han Solo and Wedge Antilles, Jake would be the deadliest ship?
Oh my hat. Jake has been an absolute beast.
Does have range 2 onto Wedge unobstructed.
Has to take it, absolutely.
Why is he... Oh, there. I first thought he was only rolling 2 red dice. Only one.
Hey, Coach.
Jeez, like it.
Hey, Coach. How much responsibility can you take as for these dice in this matchup?
I want to take absolutely none of it. I take no responsibility. Jeez, like it. No. We should definitely do some dice rolling training. This is rough. Poor guy. But look, old Wedge has been. Oh, Wedge really needed to die here.
The good news is yellow can 4K in relative peace. Bad news is he just lost 2 friends and he's feeling kind of lonely.
Yeah. All by myself. Sorry.
Oh, and Anakin has problems now because now he's stuck behind Han, and Wedge is flying up his 6.
Han might do like a 2 hard again. This is now a chance for Anakin maybe to get a shot on Han Solo here. And he needs to take the risk to get the
needs
shots.
to start contributing, yeah. Like, he's got to get in this. We don't have enough time for him to play the evasive game anymore.
Especially even if he dies now, I mean, there's no MOV in XTC, so like he needs to pull out some risky maneuvers now to try and get something done.
And even if he gets half points on Han, still not enough to take the lead here.
Wedge and a half point Han. Is that enough?
Oh no! Oh, wait a second. Han is 48
43 should
43
be
points.
47.
It is then 70. No, it's not enough. Not enough. But there is a chance still. So, like Funwalk in the chat saying game's not over yet. Things are not looking quite good for Kevin, but there is a chance.
I mean, look, we've seen X-Wing games swing from stranger positions than this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And now Jake on the hunt for Anakin. That beast.
Well, he's like, I used to be a support ship, but now I'm the hunter.
Yeah.
And look, if Jake kills
Can Wedge barrel
Anakin,
roll? You think Wedge can? I think Wedge could barrel roll. Oh my. I mean, guys, Catch is just flying. Like, what are you even supposed to do when someone flies this well?
Yeah.
Well, you should start by rolling slightly better, because that'll be
True. So Han maybe boosting to get range 1 to an obstacle and spreading out the arc a little bit for Anakin.
I actually kind of like him there, because if he sits there, Anakin might get behind him, but Wedge and Jake are going to have bangers on Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wedge is going to get... Wedge is no... Did he take an action on Wedge?
He barrel rolled.
Oh, yes, of course. Look, if Jake kills Anakin, then I'm assuming Ketch is getting a tattoo of Jake on his chest.
Oh yeah, he should. He should. He absolutely should.
And Jake took that one early damage too, and then was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. You want to have it that way? Sure, be my guest.
I'm like Burger King. You can have it your way.
Oh, Han and Wedge is going to lay into yellow here.
Ooh, this is Barrel Roll City.
Yeah.
this could end up being a range 1 4-dice auto blaster here that is desperately needed for Anakin.
So first we have the range 1 in bullseye, so crack shot.
Ooh, can't crack shot nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they can't crack shot 0 defense dice. We just need crack shot against the Arcs.
It's like, I'm not using these dice again. Get that out of here.
He's going to Han reroll that one, I guess.
Yeah, it's slightly above average, but he's going to keep it. Oh, no. Okay, it's Han reroll. Better?
Oh, much better.
Takes
3 shields.
2 shields.
Still 3 away from half. 2 away from half. 2 away from half.
So now
Range 2 bullseye.
Anakin's shot.
This should be an auto blaster. 3 dice.
Oh,
Wait, he took a lock much earlier. I
has
think,
a lock,
right?
yeah.
Why doesn't he spend the lock?
Does he not see
forgot.
it?
He's forgotten obviously that he has the lock.
Oh, there
Yeah, it was so long ago. You might have just forgot. Yeah. That's gonna be a sport about it. Let him spin.
Seems not.
And the crit doesn't the crit.
The crit should go through. No matter
It goes
what.
through.
Oh, he did. He took another
He
shield.
took a
on
shield,
side.
yeah, on Han.
Okay.
Down to 2 shields.
2 hits from Jake the Killer.
Oh.
And Anakin's like, all right, I've had enough of this Jake nonsense.
Kevin forgetting about the target lock. It's gonna come back and haunt him.
Yeah, and hopefully remembering the target lock reminds him that he has a target lock now too on Han. Both Yellow and Anakin have target locks.
Why is he rolling 2?
I think if you hit R multiple times, it could like try to roll the dice in the air and it won't let you.
So Yellow has a target lock.
Why? Hey. Interesting decisions.
Maybe waiting for a better shot. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting for a better shot.
Yeah, range 3 obstructed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not... I don't disagree with waiting for a better shot for Yellow, but like, time is your enemy.
And Anakin really needed to spend his lock, but...
Yeah, I think that happened so long ago. So much has happened since then. I just didn't remember. So it looks like Team South Africa will be doing a lot of like Sudoku and memory games this week.
Yeah,
train your brain.
Message of rolling, like pressing R. How many ways is there to press this R button? Hopefully, different way to.
Yeah.
Kevin's been doing it.
Doing some exercise on your index finger for rolling that, for pressing that R.
Also, maybe some dice yoga.
But let's not kid ourselves. Like, get us flown beautifully. And keeping the pressure on Anakin and not allowing him to come into the game until what 6 minutes left. Has really helped him. So, yes, sure, Wedge maybe has lived a charmed life, but he always gets his mods with Jake, and the constant threat of Han on Anakin has kept Anakin running. So all of those things, I think, have combined into putting us in the position where we are now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, so far Anakin non-existent in this game. Probably trying to change that now, which might be too late.
trying to get the back arc shot here into wedge.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we didn't get a barrel roll there. But get it.
But Wedge is going to dodge that arc. I mean, Wedge will
with
go
afterburners.
fast, right? Yeah, I think he's going to 3-bank an afterburner around.
I think after the barrel roll, Jake also boosting to make some space for wedge. And giving Han a nice little focus.
Flipping around and trying to open up arcs on Anakin.
Yeah, and he's managed that.
Does not care anymore about the yellow arc.
Oh, Han did not clip the gas cloud. Oh, nicely done here. Good maneuvering.
But bumping doesn't let him spend Kanan, so Han will stay stressed. And there's the last afterburner from Wedge.
What are we seeing? A 3-bank from...
Oh.
Oh no!
He wanted to do the forced Talon roll.
What catch by catch.
Oh, wow.
What a catch indeed. This is 4v2 double modified from Wedge.
That is game.
Oh, wow.
Even a crit in there.
There's a single blank here. Anakin's dead.
Oh, wow. GG, boys.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. Anakin will get at least a chance to return some fire.
Yeah.
And you're fine trading last to Hull on Wedge for Anakin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The one time Anakin goes in for some action, he immediately dies.
Once again, Jake was a block.
Yeah, and it's literally comes down to Jake being like the best pilot in history.
Yeah. I bet you he's putting an application to have that initiative level raised after this game.
Han is gonna shoot into Anakin. I guess crit fishing.
I mean, okay.
Yeah,
I suppose you just have to do it, but there's nothing else he can do.
He can decline the shot, but he wants the weapons failure to maybe keep.
Oh yeah.
Weapons are blinded. Anything like that would. Well, I guess blinded would not that big.
I mean,
for Anakin, but
to what purpose? I mean, the game's won.
yeah.
But you never know. MOV might matter.
Yeah, probably not. There are some tiebreakers before MOV. So first you have 1 rounds. Out of that, 6 games you play. No, 7 games you play. How many are in a group? Are there 8? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So out of 7 games, first how many rounds you have won, then how many individual games you have won as a tiebreaker, and after that I think it is a direct comparison between
Anakin shot at Han.
Yeah, with the auto blasters, got 1 shield in, and there's another round if they want to play it, but I
struggle to see them do that.
And you just get Wedge. I too hard turn Wedge left last round. Jake can do whatever. Nothing can touch him. He's the greatest pilot in the history of the game.
Jake MVP. Put some
Jake VP. Jake VP.
Yeah, type some Jake MVP in the chat. So that was time the round. I heard the clock. So yellow arc going for the 4K. Trying to get some more shots into Han. Han even
and
might be able to
you just boost.
boost him out of the. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this might be one of the best flying of a large base ship I've seen in forever. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful to watch.
Well, not if you're the South African coach, I'm not going to lie. A little painful to watch.
Yeah, of course.
Someone flying so beautifully against us, but I honestly thought Kevin's approach was decent. I thought his first engagement was good, and even on the second round, I thought the engagement was good. But Ket's really flying like an absolute pro after that.
Yeah.
The strained yellow takes all 3 hits from Han. That is another half points, just to add a little bit of insult to that injury. Fly from Wedge, who still has crack shot up.
But still doesn't need it.
He didn't proc the crack shot.
And we have Panic Pilot, which also doesn't matter here.
So how many
Jake,
left?
don't do it. The man has a family, Jake.
How many are left on the arc?
2. There are 2 left.
Oh, only 1 crit. Needs the direct hit.
Jake's 100% a direct hit. Calling it now.
Mid late.
No.
Just a fuel leak.
I'm surprised Wedge didn't crack shot.
He didn't need to.
He didn't get an evade.
Yeah. So nothing to crack
really
here.
not. Oh, I did see that.
Every time he had the bullseye lined up, there were no ways to be cracked.
Yeah. So congratulations to Catch, winning 173 versus 32 points in an absolute banger of a game. Yeah, like you said, Lee, from the South African point of view, of course, a little bit painful to watch for our Germans and for everybody neutral. Really beautiful flying to watch here. Jake, the absolute MVP. So thank you, Greg. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Matze, for co-commentating with me today. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I am going to see which channel we can rate. Who is still streaming some X-Wing at the moment? Let me take a look. There.
Plenty of options out there. Got Exiles up, Cannon Clarinetist is up, Tin Squadron is up.
So let's go for the Candid Clarinet. He's streaming Lithuania versus Iceland. So also Group B, which is interesting for us as well. So let's everybody join.
Du willst als Streamer hoch hinaus?
What is this?
Dann komm in die Heldenschmiede von Aldi Gaming.
No, be quiet. So thanks. So everyone have a great night. Let's rate the Candid Clarinetist.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Candid
for having me.
Clarinetist. There we go. So good night, everyone. Thanks for joining me again, and until next time. And we're out.